Just like a pallet, we laying shit down. My man bitch and then I shocked the whole town.
He's just like became real now. I'm gonna get straight to it. Oscar De La Hoya, what you gotta say about Ryan? But not even talking about that. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I gotta do a reaction video of that.
American boxing. Why do you think those two guys merit that title over names like Teofimo, Shakur, even Tank?
Well, because they're both willing to take risks. They're both willing to fight the best. I mean, you mentioned Haney and Ryan. Come April 20th, it's gonna be a bloodbath. It literally is. Not only because of all the talking and chatter going back and forth amongst them, but you know, these guys are 3-3 in the amateurs, and they know each other. They know the punching power they possess, the speed, everything. They just know each other. I think this one here, the 7th fight in the pro level with 8-ounce gloves, is gonna be a bloodbath. I'm excited for it.
Oscar, en español, rapidito, ¿qué hay de cierto
with everything that's going on with Ryan Garcia, and just comment on where you think any insight.
Hey, wait, why y'all cut out the español? Me mucho practicando español. Like, yo, loco.
On what's going on with him, and the fans are really concerned. Everybody.
I've been in touch
Midioso.
with Ryan Garcia. I spoke to him yesterday. I literally did. Spoke to him yesterday. We were on video
Midioso.
chat, whatever. Yeah, we're FaceTiming each other, and he looks good. He looks good. He looks ready. I'm telling you. Look,
He doesn't sound good. The fans are really concerned in terms of.
I mean, look, I all I know is that he left to camp yesterday.
Like, he acting like this shit ain't happening. All this shit that we're talking about, he gonna say, that motherfucking paper signed. Fuck all this shit. That's what Oscar talking about. Yeah, that's why what's name said that his team don't care about him if they don't pull out.
And he's with Derek James.
Who is Ryan under? Somebody commented and said, what team is Ryan under right now?
And he's with his whole team. And
'Cause I don't know.
one thing
Like Mayweather?
about Ryan is that he's been training. And there's about 6 to 7 weeks left to train and be ready for this fight, April 20th. That's perfect timing. Look, in my history, when I was fighting, I needed 5 to 6 weeks in camp. It's perfect timing. There's nothing that it's all good. We will see Ryan Garcia up in the ring on April 20th.
Do you think it was like the media tour that was giving him maybe a little bit too much, stress? And now that he's back with Derek, back in Texas, it's all like smooth sailing from now. Do you feel like?
You'll have to ask him. You'll have to ask him. You'll have to ask him.
You think you went too deep in the rabbit hole, the YouTube rabbit hole?
Look, I mean, I'm not somebody to speak for Ryan. All I know is that he's a hard worker. All I know is that when he's disciplined and dedicated and determined, he will be in tip-top shape, in the best shape of his life come April 20th, because he knows Devin Haney's a tough nut to crack, and you gotta be in your A game against Haney. So, and he knows that. So I feel confident that we're gonna have a spectacular fight on April 20th.
He licked the sparring between him and Gervonta a couple of years back. I think Devin was like 17, right under 18. He's sparring Gervonta. Gervonta's maybe like 21. Did you get a chance to see the sparring?
Oh yeah, I did.
What did you think? People are making a lot out of it. Like,
no, I mean the fact that Devin is so young, and fighting a tough, I don't know if he was world champion already, Gervonta, but I mean, he did well. He did great, and it's only sparring. I mean, sparring. I used to get my ass kicked in sparring all the time, you know. But it's that doesn't determine a champion, a winner, or a loser. So I strongly feel that look, Devin Haney is one of the best out there.
He really is though. Devin Haney is one of the best out there. Like Lomachenko, still good. He low key won that, but they gave Devin Haney the dub because it's like it's the future. Why mess up his shit? And bro probably randomly retire right afterwards. You just fucked up his undefeated. Now it's like it messes up money. Money. It messes up money.
He is. He's very, very talented, and
Zero.
Ryan knows that.
Because they know then the only big fights and shit is gonna be what. That's why Ryan gonna lose this fight. You done already fucked up your.
And that's why Ryan is gonna take this fight very serious.
Oscar,
Yeah.
Devin has all the skills in the world, but obviously we've seen the likes of Jorge Linares, Jojo Dia, Poco, Devin Haney. Obviously, we know the speed and the power that Ryan brings to the table. Do you see him stopping Devin on April 20th?
Oh, wow. I mean, stopping him is huge, right? Because you got to catch him first, right? But like I said, they're 3-3. They know each other's styles, and you made a good point. A Linares, even a Jojo. When I was watching that fight live, he was putting his hands on Devin Haney. It doesn't mean that, you know, Devin Haney's the same fighter he was back then. I'm sure he's worked on everything. He's a better fighter. He's a complete fighter, a more mature fighter. But one thing about this fight that I love with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is that Ryan can knock you out with one punch, and that's all it takes. And with his speed, you just never know what's going to happen. So I'm excited for this one. I really am, because this can be like the event of the year, the fight of the year, with everything going around, the whole, you know, marketing plan that we're gonna put together, and the zone is behind it 1,000%. I mean, it's gonna be huge.
Devin looked great against Regis, obviously, but what would be the blueprint if you have?
It don't even make sense because Ryan Garcia was just talking about getting, bruh. Y'all really think he's still fighting?
Ryan to be that sharp, because he looked obviously tip-top shape.
Oh, he looked great. He looked great. But you know, when you look great against a champion like Progress, you have to analyze everything, right? You have to analyze what did he do in training camp, how did he prepare for Devin Haney, and after the fight, I find out that what, he didn't spar or something, or something was missing with Progress. He didn't have a trainer, or he didn't spar, or something, right? And I was like, okay, well that's the reason why, you know, Haney probably took him apart easily, with no problem. On top of Haney being gifted as hell, you know, he exploited Progress's, he exploited Progress's, lack of, yeah. So it all depends. All that comes to the equation, right? So that's why, look, April 20th, Haney, Ryan, if one of them is not in good shape or is missing something, then guess what? At that level, you're going to go down.
En español nos puede decir eso, Oscar.
You basically saying Ryan about to get knocked out. That's crazy. You hear different. And then he's seeing it without seeing it, trying to shine a light on Ryan so much, acting like he believe in him, kind of in a way. Whole time, this is all money. Oscar De La Hoya, you doing this for the money now. You ain't nothing. Like, comment, and share though, man. On the shirt.